Alright, what's going on, people? Singh here, and today I've got a bit of a story to tell you guys, man. I've got a bit of a story. So I met Hamza, and he's not who he says he is. So I'm 25 years old, just like Hamza, and I grew up in a similar town and a similar place to where he lives in England. I'm from Manchester, and I think he's from Warrington. But when I first discovered Hamza, I really resonated with his message and what he was talking about, because we had similar experiences, and we came to the same realizations about life from those experiences. But when I found him, I had a big ego. I was living in Mexico, living a life that many people would dream of, and I thought I was quote-unquote successful. I had a successful video editing agency, working with a bunch of different YouTubers, and I was living the life of my dreams, or so I thought. I agree with a lot of the things he was saying, but I felt like I knew better because I discovered the red pill a long time ago, and because of that I thought I was superior. I was supposedly doing a lot better than him, so when I found his channel, I resonated with his message, but I didn't really stick around. I didn't truly respect what he was saying, and why he was saying it, and what he was doing. And the only reason for that really was my ego. As humans, we have this false sense of superiority if someone cannot show us that they're living a life which is better than ours. But here's the interesting part, right? So as time went on, Hamza started to gain traction. I saw his followers go from like 7k to 10k to 15k, and it kept on going up. And because I was working with YouTube, I was supposed to understand this stuff, but I couldn't understand why his message was resonating with so many people. He was saying very basic things: sleep right, meditate, journal. I was doing all those things already. Because I'm Sikh, I was meditating, and it's part of my religious practice, right? So this is something that we grew up with. And since the age of 15, I've also been journaling as well. I had a physical journal up until 2 years ago. So I was filling that out every single day. And sleeping right, yeah, that was just basic, because I was already going to the gym. I was already getting my workouts in. I was already doing progressive overload and doing all the things that he talks about. And I felt like I had got some success from that. Like I was living a life many people would dream of already, but I still wasn't truly happy. And I got really comfortable. I'll be honest, I got comfortable. My business stopped growing. I was happy where I was, and I was like, yeah, this is life. This is it. And slowly but surely, that indifference I had towards Hamza slowly turned into envy, because now he had something I didn't. He had a fan base, and he had people who listened to everything he said like it was gospel. But still, I thought, it's okay. I ignored it as much as I could. Look at this ego, man. I had so much ego. But the last time I found him was when I truly realized what he was doing. I understood his secret. I understood what he was doing or what made him happy, and why people loved him so much. So I made a decision. I rewatched every single video of his, and that's what made me realize the one thing that he was doing different from all these other YouTubers, and why you're still watching him today. I really started to internalize what he was saying. I started to binge watch all the videos he was posting. And when he was praising Dubai and how much better it is than the UK, I listened to him, man. I moved out here myself. And then a few days ago, this is where it gets interesting. A few days ago, I had the opportunity to meet Hamza and tell him how I truly felt about him. It was a strange experience because I knew it was going to happen. I had a certainty of it. I don't know what it was. I had messaged him asking him to meet. There was no response, but I still knew I would meet him somehow. And this is how I know God exists, right? Because when you live by the truth and you have no hate or malice intent in your heart, and you just want to give to others, God will give you more than you can ever imagine. I saw a picture of Hamza and Sam at the gym, and I messaged him, yo bro, what gym is this? And out of nowhere, one of my friends from Dubai just said to me, bro, do you want to go to this like gym, this UFC gym? They train like Muay Thai and stuff like that. And because I was training Muay Thai before, like a while back, I was like, yeah, why not? I'll give it another go. I'm out here in Dubai, let's try something new. I go to the gym, and what do I see? I don't see Hamza, but I see the place that Hamza was at earlier. I'd missed him by like an hour. And then I thought nothing of it. I went home. I had to buy like a new hard drive for my laptop because my storage ran out. So I was on my way to go to the Dubai Mall, and then I see Hamza's story. He says, I'm in Starbucks right now, 5 p.m, don't miss it, something like that. I saw that and I ran. I knew this was my only chance to meet him because I'm pretty sure he's going off to Thailand soon, and he might not do one of those meetups again. So I was like, fuck it, man, I need to fucking make it. Time was already like an hour after he said we should meet, but I was just hoping he'd be there. So I was running as fast as I could to make it, and I finally did. I finally met Hamza, just like I thought I would. And we spoke, and I got a chance to tell him how I really feel about him. Hamza isn't who he says he is on YouTube, and he's not who he says he is on Instagram, because he's so much more than that. I work with a lot of YouTubers and influencers and celebrities, and all of them have big egos. Unlike any other celebrity who has it all, the money, the fame, the women, and the time, he was still truly genuine, and he never let the clout get to his ego. That's the first thing I noticed about him. And the reason he could do that is because he's doing this one thing differently that every other YouTuber is falling for the trap of. The one difference about Hamza and everyone else that I've met is that he has zero insecurity. He is completely an open book, and he's honest about everything. He knows his mission is to serve others and to help as much as he can. And because of that, he will always be happy. The reason I was unhappy, even though I had a lot of the things that make people successful, was because I truly didn't understand the reasons Hamza was saying and preaching what he said he was doing. I was doing the meditation, I was doing the gym, but I was doing it for the wrong reasons. I didn't understand why I needed to do that. I was just going through the motions. Hamza knew his self-worth before he had any of the fame or the clout, but he didn't need to show it. And he still doesn't show it, because he knows that's going to take away from his overall message and how many people he can impact. And the reason he can be this genuine guy today, because he knew life would always look like this for him. He knew he'd get that fame, he knew he'd get that clout, so he was ready for it. Many people aren't. Like I said earlier, when you are pure-hearted and you only want to help others, God will give you more than you can ever imagine. He is 1 in a million and he has everything in the world, but he still makes videos just talking about the same things. Work hard, delay gratification, go to the gym. He could flex his money and his girls and his cars just like all these other celebrities, but he chooses not to, because his mission is to help the lowest of the low. The guys that have the most limiting beliefs, the guys who don't think that they can make it at all, who have no self-worth. He wants to help those guys up. He's already helped so many men, including myself, but he wants to help more. That's all he can think about. And how do we repay him for this? We make hate videos, we try to get clout off his name and do all this shit. He's just trying to help, man. And he's just trying to make this world a better place for men and for women. And he knows the way that's going to happen is when men start taking accountability and stop being boys. When they become men and live with integrity. And that's what he's teaching us. And he's reminding us in every single video that we are valuable. We have something to give to the world. Even if society demonizes us, we still have something to offer. And that self-belief was the difference from me going from unhappy to happy, having my business grow, and achieving all of my goals. All of that is because of him. The one thing Hamza was doing differently from all other YouTubers is he wanted to give others more than he was taking. He's the chosen one, man. And when I tell you Hamza is true to the core, you have to believe me. Because I've spoken to a lot of these celebrities, I've spoken to a lot of these businessmen who have it all, the money, the fame, and they all ask me, why am I unhappy? Hamza knows the secret. Listen to him, man. That's what I've been saying. My message is listen to him, internalize his message, understand what he's saying, understand the nuance of it, and work hard to become the man you need to become for your family, for your friends, for the people you love. Because look, I'll tell you straight, the money never ends, the women never end, the followers never end. You will never be content if that's what you're chasing. The only thing that will truly fulfill you is when you give to others unconditionally. But he also knows, as men, we have to come with something in this world. We can't pour from an empty cup. We need to have our cup full, and then we can give. So he tells guys, go to the gym, become something, make a business, and live congruent to your goals. In a world where masculinity is hated, and everything he stands for is so demonized, he still stands up for it. He's the only guy up there, man, because he knows what people really need to hear. He knows the message that needs to be spread, and he's doing exactly that, living by it, man. And it took me a while to realize who he truly was, but the things he's done for me in just a few weeks of knowing him have been life-changing for me. And I've got a rule, man, I've got to give more than I take. So he's set the bar really high for me, man, but I'm going to do everything I can. And if there's one thing that comes from this video, it's that you understand that Hamza is legit, he is real, and please internalize his message and understand what he's saying. He knows there's so much money he's leaving on the table. He knew if he just sold out and started promoting some dumb shit and started promoting something that wasn't truly him, he could make so much more money. Probably so many ways he can make more money, but his main focus is still just making videos and helping those guys who are at the bottom, who need the help the most. That's his only goal. So the moral of the story is, he is real, he is genuine, he is the truth. Understand the nuance of his message, and by watching him and implementing the things he talks about, you can become him too. I am living proof that his message works. So believe me and believe him. He's laid out the blueprint for all of us men. We just need to follow it now, that's it. Live by self-discipline and patience and watch your life change. Stop chasing women, man. Chase excellence. Chase greatness. That's what we need to do, and then the women will come, the money will come, everything will come. But just internalize what he's saying and do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Real talk. But yeah, that's all from me, man. So a little bit more about myself. If this is the first time you're watching my videos, my name is Air Singh. For the last 7 years, I've been working with influencers and YouTubers behind the scenes to help them grow their businesses and their YouTube channels. And now I've started my own YouTube and my own personal brand. And the goal of this channel is to help men, help women, help everyone who wants to help themselves. I can't help everyone, but the people who are willing to learn and take action are the people that I want to help. I know it's January right now, and you guys are probably looking for some motivation. So if you want to speak to me directly about how I can help you, there's a link in the description. You can click on it and sign up for a 15-minute call, and we can just talk about your goals. And there's no scam here. There's no money I want from you. I just want you to listen to this message and really help yourself. The more boys who can become men will only help the world in a better way. And that's all I want to do, man. I want to just spread this message, spread this truth, and watch the world change, man. And I know that's Hamza's goal as well. And I know there's nothing I can give to him that's going to help him. But if there's one thing I can advise you, it's please listen to him. His words are all true. He speaks the truth, man. So that's pretty much it, man. I'm just out here in Dubai right now still. Nice view. Working on my laptop a little bit. But yeah, man, I'm going to be really consistent with these videos now. I'm trying to get 3 videos out a week, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So subscribe, like, do all that stuff. And I'll catch you guys in a bit, man. Peace.
Do the hard work.
Especially when you don't feel like it.
Mwah.